Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and today's title is Frozen Pizzas Prove Suspiciously Profitable. Let's move on to language focus. 1번. If you slack off even for a day or two, you'll have a disaster on your hands. Okay, so as you can see, I've highlighted have something on one's hands. Now, we use have something on one's hands to describe a burdensome problem or responsibility. So have something on one's hands는 부담스러운 문제나 책임을 묘사할 때 사용합니다. So, an example. We're going to have a problem on our hands if we don't finish this work on time. 우리가 이 일을 제 시간에 끝내지 않으면 문제가 생길 거예요. We'll have a problem on our hands. If you spread false rumors about people, you may have a lawsuit on your hands. 사람들에 대해 거짓 소문을 퍼뜨리면 소송 문제에 휘말릴 수 있습니다. To have a burdensome problem or responsibility. To have something on one's hands. To have a problem on your hands. To have a lawsuit on your hands. To have a situation on your hands. etc. etc. Okay, 2번. And best of all, the customers did not seem dissatisfied in the least. So the next one, in the least. Use in the least to add emphasis to a negative statement. It is similar in meaning to at all. So in the least는 부정적인 진술에 강조를 추가할 때 사용합니다. 이는 전혀와 비슷한 의미를 가집니다. So the example. The room is a little cold, but I'm not uncomfortable in the least. 방이 조금 춥지만 전혀 불편하지 않아요. Rudy doesn't seem sorry in the least for what he did. 루디는 자신이 한 일에 대해 전혀 미안해 보이지 않아요. So, in the least. Alright, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. You may have some angry people on your hands if you, So if we scroll back up, have something on your hands. Remember, have something on your hands는 부담스러운 문제나 책임을 묘사할 때 사용합니다. So, like we said, we're going to have a problem on our hands if we don't finish this work on time. 우리가 이 일을 제 시간에 끝내지 않으면 문제가 생길 거예요. So for my example, let's say you may have some angry people on your hands if you went to the protest yesterday. 어제 시위에 갔다면 화는 사람들이 문제로 생길 수 있어요. Or have a lot of work on their hands these days. Let's say the marketing team have a lot of work on their hands these days. 마케팅 팀은 요즘 많은 일을 맡고 있어요. 3번. Is not similar to in the least. Scroll back up. Use in the least to add emphasis to a negative statement. It is similar in meaning to at all. So, in the least는 부정적인 진술의 강조를 추가할 때 사용합니다. 이는 전혀와 비슷한 의미를 가집니다. Okay, so let's say Steve is not similar to his twin brother Glenn in the least. 스티브는 그의 쌍둥이 형제 글렌과 전혀 닮지 않았습니다. And 4번, does not seem in the least. Say, she does not seem interested in the least. 그녀는 전혀 관심 없어 보입니다. Alright, now let's look at the further discussion. 1번. Is pole dancing a popular form of exercise in your country? Do you know anybody who has tried it? 폴 댄스는 당신 나라에서 인기 있는 운동 형태인가요? 해본 사람을 알고 있나요? In Korea, it's become very, very popular. I remember when it first started becoming popular here in Korea, I was sort of shocked because it was something in Australia that was considered very sexualized. It was seen as it was seen as something as more as entertainment for men, not as exercise. However, I don't know what it is like in Australia anymore. I don't know if it has turned into more of an exercise than it has for more entertainment these days. But in Korea, it has become a very, very popular form of exercise, and I think it's fine. Men do it as well these days. But yeah, it's definitely still interesting to me that women do this exercise, even though that it's highly sexualized in movies and TV shows, etc. Do I know anybody who has tried it? Yeah, there are a few people that I know that have tried this before. They seem to enjoy it. Some of them are very good at it. But yeah, I still feel a little bit like not embarrassed, but a little bit shy about like watching that kind of stuff. Especially when my friends are doing it, because yeah, like I kind of grew up thinking that this was just sort of the things that women who want to make money do. But yeah, it's hard for me to explain this because without being too explicit, it's very hard for me to explain my feelings about this whole situation. But I mean, more power to the women out there who want to do this, and they should do whatever they want. However, yeah, it's very difficult for me to explain how I feel and think about the situation. 2번. The author seems to think that the police have other fish to fry and they should leave places like Market Street alone. What is your opinion? 초자는 경찰이 다른 일에 신경 써야 한다고 생각하며 마켓 스트리트 같은 곳은 그냥 두어야 한다고 보는 것 같습니다. 이에 대한 당신의 의견은 무엇인가요? As long as, as long as it's, police have to do what is right by the law. That's their job, big or small. It's not about how big a crime is or how small a crime is or whatever. As long as there are enough police officers to cover the areas. Obviously, if there is a bigger crime happening compared to what's happening on Market Street, they should obviously focus more on that. But let's say there isn't anything happening and Market Street is the only situation that they have, then maybe they should concentrate on Market Street. However, police have a job to do, and their job might be to cover Market Street, and maybe they do have bigger fish to fry, but at the end of the day, the police's job is to, uphold the law, do the right thing, make sure there are no illegal businesses running. To be honest with you, I would imagine that most strip bars have some sort of illegal business happening within them. It just seems like a very dodgy place to be, and it seems that it's almost like the perfect place to conduct some sort of crime. I think I've been watching too many crime movies, and that's my just impression of it. But yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, that wraps it up for today's class, and I'll see you on the next class.
Slack off.
Slack off.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Strip club.
Strip club.
Front.
Front.
Have other fish to fry.
Have other fish to fry.
Dubious.
Dubious.